Is this thing on? I have mastered the art of technology called a swivel mount for my camera. What's good, YouTube? It's Jay here, and we're back with another At My Desk segment. Today we're going to talk about the fact that I've upgraded my entire setup a little bit further with, again, with the power of this swivel mount for my camera. We've officially got like a 4-monitor setup. Now the camera is above my oh no, you can see it right here. Here's my other monitor. But we've got a 4-monitor setup kind of going now. And some people are probably gonna ask, well, why in God's name do you need 4 monitors? Well, let me tell you something. I'm gonna put my headphones on even though there's no sound coming through them. Because why not? I used to have this 4th monitor, this one on the left right here. It used to sit behind me on this table over here, and it just did nothing really. It was connected to my gaming PC. I used to just throw maybe my other OBS software on there, my sound management software, or something. But I decided that I finally just wanted to say screw it and mount my other curved monitor above this one and blah blah blah. So long story short, I'm using this monitor, which is connected to my gaming PC now, to basically have my audio management, my Discord, and all of that. It might seem like a little extra, but I mean, that's kind of the fun of life. It's just doing all the extra stuff that you can. It took me some time to really get it mounted up here properly because this table is a piece of junk. It's a foldable Walmart table that I got for like 30 bucks like 2 years ago. It's very not structurally sound, to say the least. Everything that I've got clamped to it is putting a dent into the table with the potential of breaking it, and wherever I've got it clamped at, like my microphone arm, for example, is kind of breaking the table a little bit. I managed to reinforce the monitor mount that I've got for this monitor with a few things I had laying around, some pieces of metal, some... I made it work. But it's looking good so far. It's working, and so far this is the best iteration of my setup that I've enjoyed. And I can't just keep upgrading it. One day, whenever I have a bigger space, a bigger office, I want to switch it up to a 6-monitor setup. I'm talking 3 above, 3 below. Why? Because I can do that. I'll have the money to actually do that. I think taking your setup and doing what you can with it is the funnest part of making all these like YouTube videos and streaming and whatnot. And why not? You can do it, you know. I've got plenty more future plans for what I want to do with this setup in terms of upgrades, what I want to add to it, what I want to do with my computers, and so on and so on. But that all takes money I don't have at this given time. Like the monitor mount that I bought was like 40 bucks. It's not really anything crazy. I had something on the side for it. I'm looking to see if it's actually tilting a little bit. I'm enjoying the setup so far, so I just can't wait to keep adding to it. But now, the real reason that I'm making this particular At My Desk today is, well, I have been thinking a lot lately about this one particular topic. Hating. Why do people hate? It's such a random topic, I know, to bring up, but I was recently scrolling through Twitter, and that's my first mistake right there. Twitter is easily the worst social media platform on the planet because everybody and their grandmother thinks every other person on there is wrong and that you can't have different opinions on even deep topics. I won't go into any said deep topics, but you know, it can permeate from things to the way people do things in life, or I don't know. It's a very weird social media app. But where I was going with this was hating. Like, why do people find reasons to be upset with anything, you know, that other people are doing with their lives? Or what brought this topic up really was a video I watched from Logic, who for those who don't know, is my favorite rapper of all time. I think he's the greatest rapper of all time, in my opinion. My personal opinion, whatever. He had an interview video he did recently where he kind of talked about hating as well, how people hated on his music, how people hated on artists like Mac Miller before he died, and then suddenly he just became the world's greatest rapper to a lot of people, musician, whatever you want to say. And it really had me thinking, man, like, why do people get upset? You know, why do people actively seek out ways to try and ruin someone else's life? I don't really get it. I mean, I understand that it's usually people who don't have much going on in their life, so they need an outlet to express their anger, their upset, or whatever. But I still don't get it, you know? There's been a lot of drama in the Empire War community, and every time I look over everything, I'm just like, holy smokes, can people just let shit go and just move on with their lives? You know, I don't know. Actively seeking, hating on somebody else's work, music, art, whatever they do with their YouTube stuff, stream stuff, whatever, telling them that they're not doing it right, they should be doing this. Like, I never really understood that mindset. And I'm saying that because I used to be a person that would hate on people for like, I would call certain artists, I would say their music is bad, or certain YouTubers like, dang, their YouTube content sucks. And then one day it clicked in my head, like, why? You know, why am I saying that? Why am I being so overly critical about somebody who I A, don't know, B, is enjoying their life and their passions? And why am I upset about it? I just never understood hate. Like, I didn't even understand it when I used to be a hater for a lot of things. Like, looking back on it now, I couldn't even give you a reason why I used to hate. I just thought, you know, my opinion was just that important. Like, oh yeah, if I tell these people I don't like their music, they're gonna change it to make it better for the way that I want it to be. It's just so stupid. It's so crazy how easy it is to get caught up in a world of negativity when you're surrounded by a lot of negativity. And that's what I usually tell a lot of people in my stream. You know, when you come to the streams, when you come to the YouTube channel, don't bring the negative don't bring the sad like, it's one thing if it's something important in your life that you're talking about, but don't come to my domains, you know, talk about how much you hate this person or how much you hate that or whatever. Unless the person did some really up shit, that's different. But to just be railing on somebody because you just think they're not up to your standards, like when people hate on certain musicians again. I've had people come to my stream and say, hey, Logic sucks and all this. I'm just like, okay. You know, not on something like I'm being overly sensitive or whatever. I think criticism is good, but I'm talking about the people that actively just rail on people for no reason, you know? Like there's a difference between criticism, being sensitive, and then just being a dick. I'm talking about the people that are just being dicks. People gotta stop finding a reason to actively be upset about something. You know what? This does permeate the kind of being sensitive too. I can't stand when people are just upset about everything, finding something to be mad about, finding something to be upset about. The whole, I'm not about to get into this one, but the whole cancel culture thing, I hate it so much. It's just like, people actively, especially in this pandemic now, people are bored and don't have shit to do, so they're actively finding something to be upset about. And it's just like, man, can we just have fun? You know, in life, stop trying to find something to be upset about. Learn how to take a joke, learn how to be silly, you know. It just made me think, like, what's the purpose of hating on somebody when you don't either know them, or when they're just living their life, or when they're just doing stuff that they enjoy that isn't harming others? You know, like, why do you hate? Why do you gotta say this person sucks, this player is bad at the game, this musician is, you know, like, what do you gain out of hating? I don't know. Normally when I do the at my desk things, I try to make it fun topics and stuff, but I don't know. Today I was just like, man, I want to talk about something kind of like real, you know, like why do people hate? Why do people act a certain way? I'm planning on getting a haircut. Yeah, I'm planning on getting a haircut. I haven't cut my hair in 7 years. 7 years almost, since my high school prom. That was the last time I cut my hair, like cut it down. I honestly don't know entirely what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna get it faded and, you know, do a bunch of the typical black man hairstyles. I think it'll be this low. I want it to be this low without the man bun. I think I want it to be around this low, if not a little lower, without the man bun. I mean, the only reason I'm doing it is I'm tired of managing it. This is a lot of hair. This is 7 years worth of hair on my head that I haven't had cut in, well, 7 years. And it's just a lot to manage, man. That, and I'm ready to have a proper hairline again. It's been a fat minute since I actually had a good hairline, you know. It's gonna be different. I haven't had a short hair in over almost a full decade. I haven't had short hair. It's gonna be bizarre. The only thing I'm worried about is I have not actively gone out into the public and sat around people since the whole corona thing happened, so I'm gonna have to make sure that the barber, you know, make sure that they wear their masks and all that. I used to have asthma. I used to have a bad asthma, so I gotta make sure that the safety precautions are there, you know? And I don't know how it would affect me personally. Because I wouldn't say like my lungs are the greatest. Like they're a lot better than when I was a kid. I kind of grew out of it, but you know, you never know how I will react to this. Haircut's coming soon. Considering I call myself on Twitch the Afro Squad, I'm debating on what I'm still gonna do with that. I'm still probably gonna stick to that because at the end of the day, I'm still gonna have like a smaller afro to grow out eventually again. But it's gonna be weird having a haircut, man. I ultimately do anything if I'm perfectly in agreement with it. Just for the record, I don't usually do things because other people tell me to do them. But I've decided that I am gonna go ahead and get a haircut, and when I have it, well, you guys will either see it in a community post or in the next video that I do that's gonna be around the time when I got the haircut, you know, another At My Desk segment. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird. So we got a haircut coming soon, and I'm going to be bald in a couple of weeks, or close to bald. Oh man, I hope they don't fuck it up. Break it down.